we'll find out
Okay.
soon if they do. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
because you feel free to respond if you want, but we got a few minutes still. So, do you have any question about how this might work? I don't know really. I'm learning.
No, this is totally new to me, the whole thing. So it is uh, open to discussion. Really, that's great. Yeah, thank you so much for putting this on. It's brilliant.
Hey, well, hey, I never knew Substack was so good. To be honest with you, I did Substack because with this,
Yeah, yeah.
if you saw what I put out so
I
far,
must admit, I'm probably a bit of a luddite when it comes to Substack and anything really. So
a Luddite. What's
I
a
just
Luddite?
use it and post it, and that's about it really.
Yeah, hey, well, I found out that when you do an article, you can make a video out of it too,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you can post it onto LinkedIn, you can post it onto Facebook, and post it onto um, well, if you're hooked up, YouTube as well too, and for Instagram
yeah, yeah.
and for X, Twitter. Not that I favor all those things, but they are available. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I must admit, I use LinkedIn both for the writing book and I have posted stuff directly onto it from Substack, and I obviously use LinkedIn for my business as well. But I don't do any of the others.
hey, well,
Maybe I should,
I
but there we are.
I don't. Like I say, I mean, some I don't care for, okay, and some I do. But no, I don't care for any of them. Who am I kidding? Some I like less, like better than others. Let me say it that way. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no,
I
but
must
it's
admit,
good.
I have a, I have a sort of more or less a very not quite a hate relationship, but it's I'm very much distance from them. As I said, I do LinkedIn, but primarily just for my business, and which is a necessity really, and it's a good business development tool, and that's about it. Um, but other than that, I don't do any form of social media other than Substack, which
I feel
I can't work out whether Substack is becoming a form of social media or not. It seems to be less
oh
about writing than other things, but there we are.
no, it is designed for writing for sure. Absolutely, as you know, it looks like you have somebody joined. I'm trying to see what time it is. We got a
Yeah,
few minutes still. Okay, yeah,
yeah.
but
It's 4 minutes to.
okay. Good morning, River Troop Troop Jack. I see you're there. Yeah, a couple minutes more and we'll get started. But I mean, I'm learning as I go through this. It's it's a
Yeah,
lot. It's
I
not
think we
very
both.
intuitive. It's not intuitive. This whole system, Substack. Hey, you know what?
No,
You think
that
you
is
feel at
true.
home? You see, all these boxes here are all books in these boxes. All of them. We had thousands more,
Oh wow.
but this is like become a storage room. You know, it's not as pretty as my wife likes it,
Okay.
so this is where I'm at. It's really
Mm.
home
And
place.
I gather you're in, as you said, you're in New Jersey. Is that right?
In New Jersey, yeah, I'm in New Jersey, not that far from
Right.
Freehold. Your friend is
Yeah.
not that
Yeah.
close, but not that
Indeed.
far.
Indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And
And
Manchester,
is
you
it
have a
Manchester?
Manchester
Did you
here.
say?
Yeah, you have a Manchester in the
Yeah.
UK, right? Famous.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yours is
think
more
it may have
famous
been
than
there
ours.
first.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't call it New Manchester, which
Oh, like
probably
it's
would have
New
been more
Jersey? Yeah, New
New
Manchester.
Jersey and New. Well, obviously everything new, other than well, it's a Hampshire, isn't it? New Hampshire. Um,
Manchester.
although
Yeah.
there is a Boston in Lincolnshire, so yeah,
Oh, there is. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, like there's new Bostons around
yeah,
here too.
Boston in Lincolnshire. Yeah, so there's an original Boston in Lincolnshire, which has been there for a while,
Okay.
um, which is not too far from where I'm.
I'll hold the phone this way. At least I'm looking in the same direction you are now. I'm gonna hold the phone in my hand. It's okay for a while on my lap. It's okay. And but how long ago did you write your book? I think it was a couple of years it came out, right? Almost two?
No, one. It was
Not yet.
published in the summer of last year. So um,
So not yet.
it was,
Well, almost
yeah,
a full
yeah,
year, just about. Okay.
almost. Well, it is just over a year. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yes. So as we're nearly at the hour, do you want? How do you want to run this, Joseph?
Hey, we still got another minute to go, so I don't want to start ahead of time and leave everybody thinking that we still have to start ahead of time. Just I'm just gonna ask the main question, like I put down, is like, how did you come to know Jesus? But I'm not asking that because it's too soon. Another what, minute? I think almost, or at the top of the hour. On my side, it looks like a minute to go, so it's okay. Hey, I like the informality here too already. At least I do. And it is only 7 o'clock here. It's not my time of the day. I'd
Yeah,
rather be at night, but it's okay.
yeah, yeah. It's very early for doing this, I suppose. Bless those people
Okay.
who are awake.
Hey, well, we got a couple people, River and you and me. That's okay. Okay. So I
That's
call this the beginning of the morning now. Okay. So I guess I could say this is the beginning of our event now, our little talk. Okay. It's very
okay.
informal, and we did pray already about this to bring one soul at least into the kingdom, and a thousand times, thousands of times is even better. But one at a time is how it works all the time. So
Amen.
I could say, good morning, Robert. And this is
Good morning.
Joseph. We
Good
officially
morning.
met a few moments ago, and the one question I'd ask is the same one: how'd you come to know Jesus? How'd Jesus get involved in your life?
Okay. Well, I have been a Christian for 26 years. So I came to faith through my convoluted story. So my wife, now wife, then girlfriend, partner, found her natural mother and went to see her, and she was a true Christian, born again Christian, and through visiting her, we really sort of came to realise the depth of what a personal relationship with Christ really means. And I'd been brought up, we'd both been brought up as sort of in nominal Christian households. My wife was adopted and was adopted into a sort of semi-Catholic family. But neither of it, I went to, I was confirmed at school and all that type of thing, but never really thought anything of it. And then around the time when my uh, wife found her natural mum, we were going through difficulties ourselves, and I was going through some deep personal issues. And but it was really sort of through meeting her that we came to realise that a relationship with Jesus was much more than we had been led to believe, than through just being nominal Christians and never not believed in God, either of us, but never realised, really, never really gave it much thought. Then during so that time we sort of became Christians in inverted commas, and started attending churches. And we both went to hear a lady speak about Jesus being the Jewish Messiah, and we were deeply convinced through that talk. And I remember talking to the lady afterwards, and she was saying to me, I said, I'd never really heard it put that way. And she goes, yes, I could see your eyes, or the light noticing your eyes change halfway through the talk, which was, yeah, that was the moment I suspect. And so yeah, so then ever since we started going to, we lived in a small town between Cambridge and London, then called Letchworth Garden City, and we, which was actually the first garden city. And we started attending a church there, and sort of eventually moved around a bit, and we've ended up in just outside Cambridge, where we've lived for the last 14 years. And so that's really sort of how I became a Christian, I suppose, and or how we both did. So yeah, so but I think of interest really probably to you and subsequently. So during the very early on in our Christian walk, we were attending a very lovely church and very lovely with very lovely people there, but the teaching was really shallow. It was what you and I or others would probably call quite hyper charismatic, but it was edging towards that way. It was non-denominational, and but it was, the teaching was very shallow. And I remember getting to a stage, I think about 3 years into our faith, our walk, was basically crying out to the Lord, saying, "Look, there must be more to this. I want to go deeper." And true to his word, and he basically goes, "Well, if you want to go deeper, here you go, then, Robert." So he led me on a path of I basically undertook personal responsibility. So we were at that stage, also came across a friend in the church who had only recently joined, and she was a deeply discerning Christian, long-standing Christian, deeply knowledgeable about Messianic Judaism and discernment and things like that. And through her, we started going to various teachings of various teachers like Jacob Prasch and others here. And we basically fell. I remember I went to a teaching that Jacob did in Cambridge, and it was like 3.5 years in, and he did a teaching day. And I don't know if you know him, but he's a Messianic believer and deeply knowledgeable. And I went to this teaching session, and it was like he had, like, it was like I'd been starving for 3 years and walked into a feast. It was just, I remember it's like I was just making notes like this, and I just realised at that point I had an awful lot that I needed to learn, and so I embarked on a journey of learning. Picked up books about Christian theology and discernment and hermeneutics, and everything sort of evolved from there. And I've been in love with theology, Christian history, hermeneutics ever since. So then during various churches that we were at, we started running home groups here, or at our home, the various homes that we've owned, and for decades really, been teaching at home groups and in various churches about, just basically hosting home groups and preparing each week or every other week for those teaching sessions and imparting what knowledge the Lord had given me. And then I suppose in around that early days of that time, I came across the teachings of a guy called Arnold Fruchtenbaum and others who who were showing about positional truths and basically about positional truths and what that means sort of post salvation for the believer. And that transformed my Christian walk and our Christian walk, and has been truths which I've been sharing ever since, and will continue to do so till I die or till I'm taken home. And it is a wonderful thing. And so, and it obviously it involved became the genesis of the talk that or the book that I gave. So I could talk you about through that as well if you want, how the book came about, and etc. If you wish. But that's probably enough of an answer to your question. Are you there?